to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around. Today's video, we are going to be creating this look right here using the brand new Charlotte Tilbury limited edition holiday palette. It's called the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette. It looks like this. You get a beautiful array of colors. So if you guys are interested to see how I created this look, then let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay guys, so I picked up the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette by Charlotte Tilbury. As you guys know, I used it in last week's or maybe 2 weeks ago, depending on when this video goes up, and a get ready with me, playing around with, I think it was this little section right here. So I want to give you guys a close up. This does retail for, I think it was $75. The reason I don't know the exact price is because when you go to the Charlotte Tilbury website, if it is your first time ever purchasing from her website, you do get an option of a 10% off coupon code. So I would definitely recommend doing that. I touched base in the Get Ready With Me on why I decided to go ahead and add this particular palette to my collection. One, you guys were asking me a lot about it, and so I started paying attention to some of the reviews on it, and I personally do not own any Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows at all. So I thought this would be a good way to test out her eyeshadows, because I have heard that even if they are a limited edition palette, I've heard that it is very good and consistent as far as the quality, the shades, the formula, etc. So like I showed you guys up close, this palette does have the three trios, and it gives you, if you sometimes get like a creator block or whatever you want to call it as far as coming up with a look, I do really like the fact that this palette is laid out this way. Now, do you have to only stick with those 3 shades? I don't, because I make my own rules in makeup, because at the end of the day, it can be washed off. Now, I'm sure that maybe that was the way it was intended for, but I'm going to go ahead and create a look, and I'm going to use the Seduced Glow Trio, and I will be using this matte shade right here from this little trio. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in closer. We're going to go ahead and create some sort of look, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. By the way, this is not a first impression. As you guys know, if you've been with me, I used it a couple weeks ago in the Get Ready With Me, as I already said, and then I've been playing around with it since I received it. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and put one color all over my eyes, and it's gonna be this shade right here. I'm just pulling this shade from my C Color Cosmetics Soft Natural palette. If you guys, again, have been with me, you know that that is like my go-to to set everything. I do have the, what is it? Oh, I have my Tatcha Moonlight Pearl on my eyes, as well as my Charlotte Tilbury foundation. And I started pulling through my collection. I do have the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I bought that a long time ago, as you guys know, and it's just been sitting back here on my shelf, so decided to use that. And that was just a Moda brush that we received in a Boxycharm. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start with this Happy Glow section, and I'm going to go in with this matte shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that right in my crease. Now, as always, I do more of a pat dab dab kind of deal, and then once I've gotten it all applied, then I start the whole like sweeping, swiping type of motion. I do have 41-year-old lids, guys, so. Okay guys, so from here, I am gonna jump down to the Seduced Glow section. This is probably more of like a date night type of trio. I think what I'm gonna do is start off with putting this shade all on my lid. This is what it looks like. It's like a really pretty like slate blue. I'm gonna go ahead and not waste that and just pop that right onto the lid. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take like a smaller type of fluffy brush. I've never tried this look before, but I figure I can always go in really light and build it up from there. Ooh, I really like this, guys. It's like a smoky gunmetal type of color. I feel like going in with this kind of like mini fluffy brush, whatever you want to call it. It's a Morphe M411. May not be the brush that she would recommend, but like I said, I was kind of, you know, I am more of a natural neutral Nelly, and so this is going to be a lot of color. I have really been proud of myself about trying to kind of step out of my comfort zone. So like I said, I felt like if I went in with this kind of brush and maybe potentially built it up, it would not be as like harsh or whatever. So I am really happy and pleased with this. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with this same brush going into this dark shade right here, and I just want to kind of position it right out through here. And again, I know with this brush I'm not going to get like a huge payoff, but I just kind of want to build up. I don't want to go in too ham, you know? Okay, so I sort of screwed up and I started watching a video. Right? So I was watching a video and got a little carried away, so it is a little bit higher than normal. But I'm just gonna go right back into this shade over here and see if I can kind of tame it so it's not as obvious. I mean, I could just scrap the whole video, but you know what? I mean, it's real life, guys. I actually think this is pretty. I don't know, I'm shocking you guys with the colors I've been picking lately, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go into this. I believe this is gonna be really light, almost, I'm assuming like a topper type of thing. I think I'm gonna get the most payoff with a finger. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of payoff if you use your finger. So I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna do some liner and some mascara, and I'll be right back. And if I come back and you guys see that I have a brow bone highlight, I am just gonna be pulling this shade right here, because you'll see a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight, and I'll just be using my C Color Cosmetics. Okay guys, so I'm back with liner and mascara. For liner, I have my Collab Bold Face Liner Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Flaunt. And then, I don't know why I always put it back, but this is the Benefit Highbrow that came again in a Boxycharm. I've been really loving going back through my collection, guys, which I know that's not anything new, but going back through and re-loving my stuff, you know what I mean? Anyways, guys, mascara. I am using the, hold on, let me grab her, because again, put everything up. I am using the L'Oreal Luminous Primer. I am using the double-ended Hank & Henry mascara, and then on the top lashes, my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. Okay, so like I said, I did do a brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight using my C Color Cosmetics Soft Natural palette. This is just always my go-to, especially for these two shades right up in here. It's a really crazy affordable palette. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can see the final look. Remember, disclaimer, I am 41 years old, makeup enthusiast. I don't have amazing blending skills. I do it for the love of makeup. I love to play, okay? Okay guys, so here is the final look. As we know, on the one side I went higher than the other because, well, I was watching videos, so you can see it's a little like wonky over there. So, but overall, I think the color is really pretty and it would be great for a date night out. Okay guys, so my final thoughts on the Charlotte Tilbury, the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize Holiday Palette. I love this. I truly think it is an amazing palette. I have sat on it, guys. I have played around with it multiple times. I've now used each trio in this palette, and I'm very, very happy with it. And I know some of you guys get so annoyed when I review high-end palettes, but there are people out there that did ask for me to, you know, wanted my feedback, wanted my thoughts on this palette. And honestly, I'm gonna leave Ann P, I think it's Makeup and More, I'm gonna leave her channel and, well, actually her video that sold me on this palette, I'm gonna leave her channel linked down below for you guys, because honestly, I was on the fence. There was a pre-release of this palette I guess it was in September, and a lot of you guys were like, can you get this, can you review this? And I'm like, and you guys, honestly, I didn't pick it up because it was a limited edition at first. I got the email, but I kind of sat on it, and then I watched Anne's review on it, and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. Darn it. Because remind you, I do not own any Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows. So like I said, I'm gonna leave Anne's video on that review down below for you guys. She did a beautiful look with that, and she's come back and she's done several looks with this palette, and I want to do the same for you guys as well. I picked it up the second time it released in October, beginning of October into September, whatever it was, and I have been playing with it ever since. I love the formula. I love that the formula is very soft, very creamy, blends out very nicely. I mean, we're using darker shades here, and I'm actually really pleased with the way that everything applies. Anyways, overall, I'm very happy that I added this to my collection. I felt like it was definitely one of those types of palettes that adds value versus buying one of her quads. She does have quads that are like $50-some, and I just honestly couldn't justify the price of just getting one of the quads. So when I purchased this, that was something that sat back in my head, is I'm gonna get, you know, 4 different trios, but I'm gonna get a lot of variation there. Everyday looks to a soft, sexy, smoldery eye type of look, and I felt like this added a lot of value to my collection. So overall, 100% Hot Mess Mom approved. As always, please don't feel like you have to go out and spend your money on this. Those of you that were interested in a review, my thoughts on this palette, this video is for you. Like I said, I know this video won't be for everybody, but this is definitely a palette that, definitely has me taking a double take at Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadows. Yeah. It's really good. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be all for today's video. Make sure to check my description box down below for my second channel, both of my daughter's channels, and again, Anne's channel, because like I said, she's done multiple videos with this palette, and I will be coming back and doing some more videos for you guys on different eye looks. If you caught my Sunday live, which I'll try and remember to link it down below or try and pop it up here for you guys, I did a very nice, soft, natural eye look using the first 3 shades in this palette. I'll come back and use the other shades as well, but you guys, I think if you pick this palette up, or if you're on the fence about picking this palette up, I think you're really going to be happy with this palette. So anyways, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter, and until next time, friends, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Kisses from Kentucky. Mwah! Bye!